Jason, how are you, my brother?
What's up, bro?
I came to you today because I know that you're an expert in the spine and posture.
Yeah.
I know you've helped a lot of people here at your office at Rejuve in Brickell, Miami. Can you tell me what causes bad posture?
That's easy, man. There's three things that cause bad posture, and the first one is trauma. You've probably heard of whiplash, and it's what a whiplash is a rapid acceleration, deceleration injury. So basically, you're falling down and your head goes like that, or you hit something, and you don't actually have to hit your head to have a whiplash. You could be twisting on the bars and falling and jerking your body, or you could be like actually stepping off of a curb and not knowing it's there, and you shake like that, and you really jar your body.
Wow, so that sounds like it can happen to pretty much anyone, whether you're playing sports or even just having some random accident.
And the second one is actually it's bad posture. And sometimes we're sitting down and we just have this like terrible posture, right? We're just sitting there and we're slouching over. Yeah. Ligaments actually deform after just 11 minutes in a certain position. So we oftentimes give ourselves bad posture by the way we sit or sleep. And the last one is muscle weakness. And that's why I know you can help a lot of people, because when the core is weak, people tend to lean back. They go backwards, which we call a posterior translation or a hyperextension, and then as a result, in order to keep balance, because you can't just do this, otherwise you'd fall over, the head goes forward. And so your body is back and your head is forward, and you've got this like slouched posture, and it's largely due to muscle weakness.
What are some of the negative effects caused by bad posture?
Oh man, one of the biggest negative effects, Chris, is that it puts a direct tension on your spinal cord. So we're designed to have these normal curves in our spine where your neck is bent like this, your mid-back, your thoracic spine is bent like this, and your lower back has the same curve in your neck, which we call a lordosis. So it's lordosis, kyphosis, and lordosis. And those are normal, and they're actually supposed to balance each other out. And what happens is our spinal cord runs through the spine, and it actually floats like right through the middle of the spinal canal. And anytime we have a bad posture, like our head is going forward or our back is extended like that, it's literally like taking your jacket here and it's nice and relaxed, but then somebody grabs it like this and it pulls it tense like that. Imagine how uncomfortable if somebody just did this to you.
Yeah, you feel the tension.
Yeah, exactly. And the biggest negative effects we see from the neck are things like headaches, allergies, fatigue, and especially neck pain. From the upper back, a lot of times we see wrist, hand, and finger numbness or pain, especially when the posture.
Too.
Yeah, allergies as well. And then in the lower back, because those nerves go to the digestive organs, we oftentimes see things like gas, cramping, bloating, diarrhea, and constipation.
Wow.
Which is crazy. And with women, a lot of menstrual problems, and with men, sometimes we even see erectile issues because the nerves that come out of the low back, L5, S1, go directly to the genital organ.
That's tragic.
It is tragic.
Sounds like you definitely have to be paying attention to posture.
Yeah, I mean, your posture, think about it, if you're walking around with this hyperextended lower back for years and years and years, it just wears and tears on the body and the discs, and it can cause neurological problems. And it can cause a neurologically mediated erectile dysfunction that just can destroy a man's life.
Well, that's enough reason for me alone to improve my posture.
Yeah, bro, let's straighten up.
Let's just look. As you're saying that, I'm like getting straighter.
Yeah, keep it right and tight.
All right.
There you go.
Okay, make sure that I keep that. Well, I'm excited to get into this routine. How about before we get into this routine, we check my height?
Yeah,
and we see if it actually improves my height.
Everybody's always wondered what. I've even wondered what's Chris Heria's height.
Get out. You know what? Here, let me get out of
So that's look. Turn around. Look.
No, I'm not actually.
That's a solid 5'10".
So then this one is like me standing straight.
So now, yeah, you're like that's like 5'10" and a half.
Damn, so 5'10" and a half, yo, say 5'11". And following this routine, how long would it take for us to see results?
I think the most important thing is you're going to feel results right away. So after your first or second time doing this in a row, you're going to literally feel the results when you stand up. As far as seeing results, it'll probably take a couple of weeks. If you look at the latest research that's published in peer-reviewed medical journals, it shows that it takes approximately 30 to 40 sessions to change the spine using both exercise as well as other measures. So if we just conservatively say like approximately a month to really see changes in your body, that would be for somebody who's like really looking like, I want to look different in photos, I want to look different on my social media posts. They're going to see that if they put in the work.
Right.
But really we want to make this part of your lifestyle. So if you're sitting for 8 hours in a day at a desk and you're typing in a computer and you're going to the gym after work, like you owe it to yourself to just do 5 minutes of this as your warm up on the floor. So with this exercise, when his neck comes into extension, we're specifically engaging the cervical spine, and this area is most commonly affected from looking at the computer or down at the phone. And here, this is the thoracic spine, we're specifically engaging the extensors, and this is helping to counteract poor posture, slouching forward from sitting on the couch, sitting at a desk, or looking at your phone all day. With this exercise, we're specifically working the neck, the cervical spine, and we're specifically engaging the longest coli muscles, which are deep down in the cervical spine. And although he's looking forward, we're actually counteracting staring down all the time because we're strengthening the deep muscle that's holding his neck into the right place. With this exercise, we're specifically working the neck, the cervical spine, and we're specifically engaging the longest coli muscles, which are deep down in the cervical spine. And although he's looking forward, we're actually counteracting staring down all the time because we're strengthening the deep muscle that's holding his neck into the right place. Excellent. On your shoes real quick. All right, this is way easier with the shoes. Okay, and you probably know this, it's known as a glute bridge, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna use sliders. You're gonna lay on your back on the floor, and you're gonna put your heels on, there you go. And you're gonna lay all the way down flat, and then you wanna actually start with your legs all the way here, and then as you bend your knees and pull your legs in, your hips go up. And what I really love is that Chris already knows to keep his core really flat. And so what he's doing by keeping his head down is he's basically activating his entire posterior chain, which are his neck extensors, his mid-back spinalis muscles, his lower back and his abs, and his hamstrings and his glutes. So this is one of the best hamstring and glute exercises that actually affects and holds the lower back into the correct postural position and counteracts sitting all day and slouching and leaning forward. So if you can just do 3 sets of 5 of this, that would be a great level to begin with. And if you can work your way up to 3 sets of 10, you're already kicking butt.
Sounds like I'm going to be getting that inch.
Yeah. I got one more for you.
All right, let's do it.
All right, come on up, man. All right.
Whatever it takes, man. I want to be taller.
Yeah, that's it, bro. Let's go. So
I
the
don't
last
want
one
any
you're
of those
gonna
negative
do,
effects that you
none,
guys-
bro. Last one. Turn your back to the wall.
Okay.
Okay, so put your feet all the way against the wall, and then you've got to get your head against the wall too. Exactly. So this is the reverse, where before we were tucking in our chin to go forward, now we're tucking in our chin to go back. So by doing this, and then you can even go so far as to externally rotate your arms and push your arms into the wall, fingers too. And by doing this, what you're doing is you're activating every single posterior muscle, which are the muscles in the back of our body. And as you can see, Chris is really jacked, but it comes out even more when he's in this position. And you notice he's actually shaking on this one because he's pushing really hard. He really wants that extra.
Yeah, you guys
half
have
an
to
inch.
try this.
Yeah, and if you hold this, I would say like 15 seconds times 3, you will not believe how tired you'll be.
Right.
So you're coming up on it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. And then the goal would be if you can work your way up to 1 whole minute. So 15 seconds times 3, but work your way up to a whole minute, and you're gonna be burnt.
Excellent, man. But I really think getting all those good stretches in allowed me to open up and stand taller more naturally with less effort. Are you ready?
I'm ready, bro. Come on, man. Let's do it.
I'm gonna be as stacked as possible this time.
All right, let's
So
go.
before I was just like trying to just naturally like stand how I was comfortable.
Yeah.
Because I'm aware of, you know, like the posture is definitely gonna have an effect. But now I can actually easily stand up more straight. Like it feels more natural, less resistance.
Yeah, then that's
Stand up
exactly
straight.
how it should feel.
Right.
So let's check it out, man. I want to see. And
Dude, if it's taller, I'm gonna trip out, man. I'm gonna do this every day.
you're literally exactly at 5'11". Look here. Look.
There you go. You see those doctors weren't lying.
Hey. So what that
So there
says,
you go. Yeah, that shows you is like we're always kind of like
You're almost-
hiding our true height.
you're always fighting against gravity. And
Right.
that shows too because you do work out so hard, man, but I have seen you sometimes slouching a little bit.
Right. Of course.
You know, I mean,
Right.
you're human. Everybody does.
Right.
So if you do these exercises, I mean, it's great to be jacked and ripped and, you know, I want to be more like you, man. We also have to do these exercises, though,
Right.
to keep our spine right.
Oh, 100%. Like we just did that little routine right there. I already feel so much better. I feel like my posture has improved. So
Legend,
when
bro.
you said that, you do feel it right after. I mean, it's true. You do. Go ahead and give it a try. And now that I'm standing taller,
Hey.
I'm also looking taller.
Hey, that's it, man.